For this look, we're going to start off with the eyes. I'm using a Maybelline Color Tattoo and Edgy Emerald to create a really nice, vibrant base for the pigment we're going to put on top. I'm using a Soho concealer brush to pat this into my lid. I'm going to bring it up to my crease and flick it out when I get to the corner of my eye. Then I'm taking a E35 blending brush from Sigma, and I mixed soft brown with texture, which are both MAC eyeshadows, and I'm buffing them into my crease to create a really nice transition, as well as buff out any harsh lines that the cream shadow may have left. I want this look to have really crisp lines, so I'm just using tape to mark off the outer corners of my eye. Then taking a E25 blending brush from Sigma, I'm taking the Blackout shade from the Naked 2 palette and just patting this in the outer corner and slowly buffing it in. Then I'm going to go in with the Color Tattoo Pigment in the shade Never Fade Jade. Ooh, that rhymed. And I'm using an Urban Decay shadow brush to blend this in. I'm bringing it all the way up to the crease, and then I'm going to go back in with the black and just buff that in even further. After that, I'm going to take the tape off because I really want to focus on blending out the harsh lines. So again, I'm using my Sigma E35 blending brush, and with no additional product, I'm just going over that black just to really buff it out and make the lines look not as harsh. Then I took a little bit more of the Blackout shade on my E25 brush again and really just deepened up that outer V. Then I'm taking a Sigma E30 pencil brush and using my MAC Vanilla Pigment to brighten up the inner corner. I'm trying to blend the emerald shade with the pigment so it creates a really nice light golden emerald shade. And then I'm placing the pigment on the center of my eyelids as well. Here I'm just doing my liner, and then I'm going to go back in with the blending brush to blend out any harsh edges once again. I decided to start working on my face before I did any lower lash line shadow, and I'm just using my L'Oreal primer, and then I'm going in with my True Match foundation in W6, and I'm buffing that in with the Angled Top Kabuki. It's an F84 from Sigma. Then I'm going to use my MAC Prolongwear concealer in NC20 to really brighten up my under eye area, and this is an e.l.f. concealer brush I'm using to buff it out, but then I decided it would just be easier to use my foundation brush to finish the blending. For my lower lash line, I'm using that same brush with no additional product on it, and then I'm dipping it in the Blackout shade from the Naked 2 palette once again to deepen up the outer corner of the eye. Then, using the same pencil brush, I am just buffing in the vanilla pigment even more, and here I'm just applying mascara to my top and bottom lashes to completely finish off the eyes. Then it is time to fill in the brows, which you guys have seen a ton of times before. I'm just using my e.l.f. brow kit and the Tarte brush to fill them in, and then I'm going to finish it off with the brow gel just to make sure that all of my crazy eyebrow hairs stay in place. Now it's time for my favorite step, which is contouring, and I'm using my Chanel Bronze Universal Cream Bronzer to fill in the hollows of my cheeks, my temples, and then I'm going to bring this down to my jawline as well. Then I'm using NYX Taupe to create a further contour, and then I blended that all out with my foundation brush. And then I went on top of that with Bahama Mama Bronzer by TheBalm. I wanted a really intense highlight for this look, so I mixed my vanilla pigment and my tan pigment by MAC, then blended it out with my foundation brush. And then to finish it off on the lips, I'm using a Color Whisper in Bare to Be Bold, and then I'm going to top it off with a Revlon gloss in Sunset Peach. That is the finished makeup look, and then we're going to move on to hair. So I decided to do a really curly, beachy look, so I'm just sectioning off my hair, applying some heat tamer spray, and then I'm using my Cortex 4-in-1 curling iron on the second smallest attach attachment, and I'm not sure of the actual measurement of this, but I will find out for you guys and leave it in the bottom bar below. And I'm just taking pretty big sections and curling my hair alternate ways. And then once I get to the top sections is when I will actually make these sections of hair a bit smaller, so the curls are a little bit more defined and a little bit more piecey looking. Now that I'm on the top section of my hair, like I mentioned before, I'm going to take hair that's about half of the size that I was using previously, and I'm still going to be curling it alternate ways like I did on the lower sections of my hair, just so it's a really piecey, beachy look. Then for my top section of my hair, I'm going to take even smaller pieces, but I'm going to curl them all away from my face, and I'm going to make sure that I have a really heavy side part because I want to clip half of my hair back behind my head to get that beachy mermaidy look. And then that is the finished look, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Please leave video requests down below, and thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys are having a great day.